we can, you know, make it available to the other students.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's 1 o'clock. We'll definitely be waiting for some students to join, so we could just start around 1:05. You know, students are coming in, but we definitely want to be mindful of the time. I do have a very I do have kind of like an agenda, more or less, how to trade this in. But of course, you know, this is going to be more of a time for the students to get to know more Alianza, get to know more of like our affinity groups on campus, both student, faculty, and staff. But you know, that way they could get to know us more here and what we do, and you know, and all of that. But I definitely have, you know, for that, I mean, they're pretty much introductions, both faculty and staff, and as well as some students. And then from there, we'll leave it more to Q&A, and then, you know, kind of like make it very sustainable and very organic for them to just, you know, ask any questions.
Mhm.
Hello, Julie, Dylan. It's so funny. I've been working with all of these students. I did recruitment for both EOP and Puerta, and I know them. I get to know them so much because of their application and everything, that Summer Bridges is a time for me to put faces to names. But right
Mhm.
now I'm just trying to put, you know, we had some meet and greet during the, right before everything started. And I was able to connect with some, but I'm like, I love the face to face because I'm able to connect more with them. And it's just, you know, but I mean, we have to work with what we have. But I mean, it's just amazing how these students are so resilient and so, you know, they're adapting to everything so quickly. So I really applaud you all. You know, I learned from every single one of you. You know, you pretty much, I mean, these are my colleagues, you know, the staff and the faculty here are my colleagues, but you definitely, you know, we learn from each other, and, you know, there's no such thing as knowing at all. So we're always learning from, you know, one another, especially from our students. So, you know, thank you so much for, you know, being wonderful, you all. Alrighty, 102, and we're having, as of right now, we have around 23 participants. You know, we have some students, staff, faculty, so. Hello, Dr. Train. He's muted.
Oh, there is no
Hi.
sound.
Hola, ¿cómo estamos?
Ahora sí
Muy-
ya.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so many little botoncitos que hacer. Okay, how you guys doing? Hanging in there?
Hanging in there, Dr. Train.
Yep.
We got good news though for DACA. That's the one good news we got.
Yes.
That's big. That's huge.
Hola,
Mhm.
Yvonne.
Hello,
Hola.
Yvonne.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Zoom keeps updating all the time. I join a meeting, I don't know why. So do we have an agenda or like
Yeah, so I, you know, I'm definitely representing both parties here. I am the staff, the case staff representative for Summer Bridge. We have some bridge leaders as well here, but I have a very basic agenda. Just, you know, I definitely going to be going over the purpose of this meeting, or pretty much the purpose of this space. Obviously, with an tied to an objective, and then just brief introductions from both staff, faculty, and then you know, some of our students, and then from there, you know, I want to say, you know, Summer Bridge leaders, and then from there, you know, do students introductions. We don't have that many participants. We have 27 in total, and then from there, you know, I have some key points, and from there, as I said, I wanted to be organic and just have students connect with all of us, so that way we could, you know, be on the same page in regards to, you know, share resources, the reason why we are here. So this is the agenda. Are you able to see? I shared my window with my screen with you all.
It's kind of small. Let's see. Ya se ve mejor.
Can you make the scale maybe like 150 or so, just so that we can like see it better?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's much better.
Perfect. And let me know, because I'm still getting used to all of this too. So if you're not able to hear me for some reason, we could just go ahead and, you know, I mean, We're still learning as we go. So it's 1:05. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. As of right now, we have around 29 participants, which is amazing. And, you know, they're going to be able to join. And, you know, if you need to leave at whatever point in time, feel free to do so. So just before I get started, my name is Jesus Garcia Valdez. I am the EOP and Puerta Admissions Coordinator. I've been working very closely with all the students here. I'm also part of Alianza. And, you know, the reason why we're having this affinity groups is for our incoming students, class of, you know, future class of 2024, that we want to definitely welcome our Latinx students to campus and also connect them with other resources here on campus. The purpose of this is, you know, for Summer Bridge participants to meet their new support system and make connections with administrators, faculty, staff, and other colleagues and new continuing students who represent their culture, identities, and may embark on new journeys here at SSU. So, you know, that's the main reason of it. Yes, I'll do that, Arcelia. And then for the objective, obviously lead our students in and facilitate discussion, informative presentation activity where we can learn, participate, and pretty much feel welcome by our allies and culture support system on campus. So again, this is going to be the agenda for today. Introduction, staff, faculty, you know, Summer Bridge leaders. I'm going to have it here. Name your pronouns. Your title, department, and your SSU involvement, you know, whatever other programs or hats you wear on campus. And then we'll go through student introductions, name, pronouns, high school, hometown, and then why did they choose SSU? And then at the end, we'll leave some time for Q&A. As I said, it's pretty organic, pretty, you know, I want to say for students to pretty much, I don't want it to be very prescribed. We want them to be kind of like a way for them to open up and for us to connect with our students. So I'll go ahead and get started. So introduction. So again, my name is Jesus Garcia Valdez. Pronouns he, him, his, él. My title, I'm an EOP and Puerta Admissions Coordinator. I also support both programs with outreach, and then I also do the academy coordination for EOP. So I represent definitely Summer Bridge, EOP, Puerta, and also CASE in general. My SSU involvement, I am active on campus. I am the treasurer, or last year I was a treasurer for Alianza for Equity. I am also the co-advisor for the Mecha Club on campus. Okay, I'll go ahead and popcorn to Miss Arcelia.
Ooh. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Arcelia Sandoval. She, her, everything girlish. I work in the Office of Research and Sponsor Programs. I am the compliance officer. I've been in this department for many years now, 16 years total at Sonoma State. My involvement with SSU, so I'm the staff representative, past staff representative to the Academic Senate. My term just ended in May, and we are in transition right now to get somebody else to replace me. I'm also the staff representative in Alianza. In addition, I am the treasurer in the staff council. And I have all of these responsibilities because as the staff representative to the Academic Senate, we reinstated the staff council on campus, and I was voted as the treasurer for that as well. So pretty active on campus, and I love serving my community. I love serving the students. As the compliance officer, I'm able to see all of the research that you guys get involved in. And I really want to take a moment to encourage you to do research. And it really develops the human being, I think, and your experience at the university. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you popcorn someone, Arcelia?
Oh, sure.
Please.
Sorry, I muted myself. Elisa, how about you?
Okay. Hi. First of all, I want to welcome all of you. I'm so proud, you know, that you came to Sonoma State, and you will be the new cohort of 2024. I cannot believe that. You are coming in a very, interesting times. You can see all the pandemic can be very affected, but you can also see the changes in the country. And so I think that I see you like the leaders that this country needs. I see you as the California, really, the future. Right now you are the present, but in 4 years you will be the future of California. So we are here with Alianza. We want to welcome you. We want to support you. You can contact us. After this, I'm going to send Jesus a list of resources. So then you can go over that. My students work on all the resources for students, finances, academic, and specifically for Latinx students. So you can have that one. So I'm going to send that. Okay, so after that welcome, my name is Elisa Velasquez, and I'm a professor of psychology. I'm also the chair of the psychology department and the co-chair as a faculty member of Alianza. I have been here for 21 years, so I would like you to see me as a strong resource for you. You need to feel, I'm in psychology, so you need to always have this sense of well-being. When you believe that you don't have the energy, you doubt if Sonoma State is for you, when you have those kind of questions, just send me an email and I will talk to you. I will support you. I will find ways to connect with you with whatever you want. So don't feel that you are alone, unless you want to be alone, that's also your choice. But you have resources, so I would like for you to do that. And another way to celebrate is that President Trump was blocked from Stop DACA and the support. So there is a lot of good things in the middle of all this pandemic and other not so, very great things in the country. So that's me. So welcome. And I would like to see you in person or via email, or, you can call me also. You need to talk to somebody, send me an email. I will send you my cell phone and we can talk. So welcome. And I wish you the best.
Can you please popcorn someone, Dr.?
Oh, Robert Robert Train.
Thank you.
Oh, we cannot hear you.
Okay, there I am. Sorry. Tantos botoncitos que voy a apretar. Pero, okay, so I'm Robert Train. I've been here for 18 years. Mis pronombres, híjole, mis pronombres. I'm a linguist. I should know how to do that. I think he, him,
His.
he, him, his. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
él, ese, nunca, nunca. But here I am. I've been here for 18 years, so I'm the new kid among us professors here because Elisa's been here longer than I have. I teach Spanish. I started the Spanish for Spanish speakers or heritage speakers here at Sonoma State. My job is pretty simple. I mean, it's complicated. I work too many hours. My wife says stop working, but it's what I do, and it's pretty simple. I want every student, in particular our Latinx and Spanish-speaking students, bilingual students, of course, to belong, to feel like you belong here at Sonoma State. And that's pretty much, in a nutshell, what I do. And I teach courses to help students. Well, first of all, I do the 300H class, and that's Advanced Spanish for Spanish or Heritage Speakers. Again, that's all about in an academic setting, bringing Spanish into because you already speak Spanish. If you do, then that's a class for you, to be part of, your education. Sometimes we sort of think, Spanish, it's like whatever, you just do that at home. But if you want to, I'm here to help you make Spanish part of your academic and professional success. Así de fácil. But, so I'm in it for the long run. I'm here to, guide you through Sonoma State as well as later, and to help you on your way in whatever professional pursuits you wish to have. And our students do many things and great things, to be honest. So, I guess that's, is that good? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Popcorn.
Thanks. Oh, popcorning. I don't even know who's on here. Let me see can I even see somebody? I think Yvonne, I saw you somewhere. Yvonne?
And you need to unmute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, hola a todos, bienvenidos a Sonoma State University. My name is Yvonne Mejia, and she, her, hers, ella. I work in IT. I'm a project manager. I've been at Sonoma State since 2019, so it's a little more than a year now. And my involvement at SSU, so I'm also a graduate from the Organizational Development Program at Sonoma State. So it's a program that I really, really recommend to everybody. And besides working in IT, I'm part of the Alianza for Equity group. And I'm also part of the PAC. And Loretta, I forgot what it stands for, President Academic Council or something?
It's President's Advisory Council
Oh, thank
on
you so much.
Diversity, Equity, Campus Climate, and Inclusion.
Yes, so that one. So basically we're working on a diversity inventory that hopefully will be very useful for all of you, where you can see all the classes and all the events that are related to diversity. And I'm very happy to be here. If you, well, right now we're all online. I was going to say, if you ever go to the help desk, come and say hi, but maybe next semester. But welcome everybody.
Thank you, Yvonne. Can you popcorn someone, Yvonne?
Oh yes, Loretta.
Thanks, Yvonne. First of all, I was a student at Sonoma State University as well, and I did have Professor Robert Train as an instructor, and I highly recommend his classes. So, and he definitely helped me feel like I belonged at Sonoma State back when there were not a lot of programs like there were now. And then I was a transfer student too from Santa Rosa Junior College. So he really helped make me feel welcome, and so I'm really grateful for that. And so what I do here at Sonoma State, I've been here for 3 years, and I'm a librarian, and I work mostly with the first year students on instruction and also providing reference services, research help. And also for the library, I've worked on the library art committee. We have a fantastic art gallery in the library, and we try to integrate the exhibits with classes and whatnot, and we have events, different things that happen with that. And we do have a really nice one planned for spring 2021, and hopefully we can be on campus then and have the exhibits and whatnot. And as Yvonne mentioned, we both are working on the President's Advisory Council. And so that's been a great experience too, working with people across campus, not just the faculty, not just professors and not just students, but a lot of people in administration. So that's a good thing. And so that said, I'm also a member of Alianza for Equity, and I've been helping the group with public relations, Instagram account, different things. But I have to say, I am leaving Sonoma State. I accepted a position at Santa Rosa Junior College Libraries, but there are a lot of fantastic librarians. I will terribly miss working with them. They are a really smart, innovative, collaborative group, and they are so looking out for the students. We are always, we advocate for the student voice, and with administration, because they don't always see things the same way as the librarians do, but we are always there, the student voice. So please do use the library. We have a lot of online resources, a lot of online help, and we do pop in on the for library instruction in your courses too, and we've continued to do that on Zoom. And so I'm sorry I won't be working with you, because normally I would be, but we have many other fantastic librarians. I can't recommend them enough. So they are your friends. Always forget that. And like Elisa said, if you ever need help, you are not alone. We've got your back. So I will nominate Rosa Salamanca.
And we're going to miss you, Loretta.
Thank you.
Thank you, Loretta. So welcome to Summer Bridge, everyone. Welcome to Sonoma State. I think that most of you probably should recognize me by now. I hope that you do, but if not, again, welcome. And we're very, very proud of you and having you at Sonoma State. We know that Latinx students are not one of the highest numbers in higher education. So please do know that even just coming to Sonoma State, you have already accomplished a lot. As I usually say to my students, we are not even, statistics sometimes say that we're not even supposed to be in higher education sometimes, and you're here. So make it count, make it worth it. I won't sit here and say that it will be easier, because it doesn't really get easy all the time. But it's not about being easy. It's about not giving up and finding ways to work around it. And that's what we're here for. We're here to support you, to help you navigate whatever questions, concerns, thoughts you might have from happiness to not so much happiness. That's what we're here for. Once again, my name is Rosa Salamanca. I serve as the coordinator for the Dream Center on campus, and I am also part of Alianza as well. I have served at Alianza as the Sergeant of Arms as well too. So I am also a student on campus. I'm pursuing my master's in public administration currently. So I'm a full-time employee in the day, and I'm a student at night. And over the weekend, it's a combination of everything, whatever comes up first, whether it's a job assignment or a homework assignment. So if you want to come and talk to me about how stressful it might be sometimes, having to navigate work and family and school and et cetera, by all means, just come in, and I'm always happy to hear you out. I know that sometimes it's even just great I like talking to people, and I feel good when I just tell somebody the stress that I'm going through. Perhaps nothing has changed, but now I just kind of put it out there to the world. So I'm here for that. If you ever need an ear to listen to you or somebody to talk to, please reach out. I'm always really happy to do that. And I love meeting people. And for those of you who know me, you know that I love talking. So I will be happy to talk to you whenever possible. And I see Juan raising his hand. He said, yeah, she can talk forever. I can talk forever. So come and say hi to me. I was born in El Salvador, and I came to the United States at the age of 16. I went to undergrad as an undocumented student. There was no Dream Center. There was no California Dream Act. There was no DACA back in my days. So I'm happy to help you navigate resources and how you can navigate higher education as well too. I did my undergraduate career at CSU Northridge back in Southern California. I am from El Salvador. Yay, somebody remembers that I am from El Salvador, or I just mentioned it actually. And I did my undergrad in CSU Northridge. I got a bachelor's in psychology and Central American studies. So if you're also thinking perhaps about double majoring, I'm not an academic advisor, but if you want to get some thoughts about trying to figure it out, if you want to go into something, I'm happy to look into your passions with you. But anything else, we're here, I don't want to say for you, but we're here with you because we're here to learn from you as much as you're going to learn from us. So please reach out. The Dream Center is not just for undocumented students, so don't feel like you can't talk to any of us or to myself if you are not an undocumented student. But if you are an undocumented student, I would love to get to know you more. Please email me, connect with me, and I look forward to meeting you all hopefully in person soon. And with that, I'm going to popcorn to Ricardo Calderon.
All right, hello. My name is Ricardo, or Ricky, whatever, either of those two are okay. Similar to Dr. Tran, except ese. But my pronouns are he, him, his. I currently serve as one of the EOP advisors, so you probably have seen me throughout the duration of Summer Bridge. And I like to say that I've kind of done a full circle now, being an alum of Sonoma State, an alum of EOP, and now being on the professional side. So, I definitely have navigated the institution as a student, as a first generation student, trying to, find the appropriate resources. And so now being on the professional side, I just want to make sure that you know that I'm also here as a support to you. Currently, I sit on various committees just on campus that have to do with academic advising. So if you ever have any feedback about kind of the policies that are in place that impact you, please feel free to come and talk to me and give me that feedback. We always want to make sure that we are just re-looking at policies that impact our students. I, as well as some of my other colleagues on here, we sit on the committee that plans Raza Grad every year. Unfortunately, that wasn't a thing this past year, but Raza Grad is definitely something to look forward to. It's a cultural ceremony for Latinx students. And then I also advise a student organization on campus. So if you have any questions about anything, I majored at Sonoma State in sociology and in Spanish. So please feel free to ask questions, say hi. I'm pretty friendly, so cool.
That's what he says. I'm sorry, I'm unmuted. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, so I think that's all the pro staff we have here. And, you know, I forgot to mention something about it. Yes, I'm also part of the Raza Grad, and that's something that I think, you know, we're a small group of Latinx professionals on campus, and we definitely, you know, we definitely hold different hats to support our students and, you know, be a voice for our, you know, our students and our, you know, population or our groups on campus and the different committees that we sit in. So thank you so much for that, Ricky, and everyone. I do want to say, do we have any other pro staff here? I think that's it, right? Now we're going to go ahead and transition to the Summer Bridge leaders. You know, you're also staff for the summer. So if you could just go ahead and, you know, we'll start with Araceli. If you could just start us off. I think we have less than a handful. And then we want to make sure that we transition to our students. We want to hear from them. You know, for the leaders, please go ahead and do the same as a staff, you know, that way your name, pronouns, title, department, and your SSU involvement, any organizations that you represent, or, you know, groups, clubs, and those things.
Buenas tardes, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Araceli Gonzalez, but y'all can call me Ara. She, her, hers, ella pronouns. And then, yeah, so I am a current Summer Bridge leader. I have done Summer Bridge. This is my third time being a Summer Bridge leader, and I went through it once as a student. So yeah, I'm helping EOP students, and definitely proud and honored to be a part of CASE. So SSU involvement, I have been a peer mentor, and then from there, within the peer mentor program, became a staff coordinator. So this is my second year going into being a staff coordinator. I'm also a part of Lambda Theta Nu Sorority Incorporated. And yeah, I've done little things here and there like jump and just anything that catches my eye, really. Been a part of research as well. So I like to say I'm pretty well-rounded, but if I don't know something, then I definitely try to help those people that do know. If y'all know Andre, he says a quote, I like to know a little bit about a lot, and I feel like I try to strive to know a little bit about a lot myself. So now I'm going to pass it over to Juan.
Hi, my name is Juan. I am a second-year transfer student, psych major, pursuing a special ed credentials. My title right now, I'm a Summer Bridge leader. Next semester, I will be a first-year peer mentor. My SSU involvement so far, I'm a Dream Center fellow. I'm also a mini corp tutor, and I will popcorn it to Gio.
Thank you, Juan. Hello, everybody. My name is Gio, or Giovanni Morales. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am a first-year Summer Bridge leader. It's my first time. Last year, I was a Summer Bridge student. Go Team Sheen, shout out. I also work for Puerta. I am a Puerta promotor, so I work closely around CASE. I'm also a newly peer mentor for the next year for EDC 160 for the Puerta cohort. And also for my involvement, I'm also president of Sonoma State Rotaract Club, which basically is, you know, volunteering, helping out the community building with each other. And so I'm going to popcorn to Yami.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Perez. I'm going into my fourth year here at Sonoma State. Also my first time being a Summer Bridge leader, which I'm super excited and happy to be a part of. Some of my other titles, I'm part of the Dream Center as an intern. And then I'm also part of Associate Students as a senator for community affairs. And so I've been able to be involved with them. And then I've also done some other stuff as well, like Jump. And then we also have a club for undocumented students. It's called Speak. And so I've been able to be part of that in my previous years. And I'm super, super excited to be here for students and to see how much we've been able to grow as a community and as a Latinx community here on Sonoma State. And so definitely shout out to my team, Danny Phantom. I see some of my students out here. And so definitely happy to see everyone here. My boss, Rosa, shout out to Rosa. And so, yeah, definitely happy to be here. And let me see, let me popcorn to somebody. I don't think I see any. Do we see any more Summer Bridge leaders? I think that might be it. So yeah, I'll kick it back to Jesus.
Yes, thank you, Amy. So now we're going to go ahead. I really hope that you all are, we'll be definitely recording this and making it available to your campus site. But, for those students, now we're going to transition to students. As I said, we're a one big happy family here. So for the students, please do follow these steps to introduce yourself, name, your pronouns, your high school, hometown, and then why did you choose to attend SSU? The first person I see here is Julie. Julie, so you'll start it off, and then from there, feel free to, popcorn as we go. Alrighty? So.
Okay. Well, hi, my name's Julitza, but I typically go by Julie. I attended Roseland University Prep, and I live in Santa Rosa. I chose SSU because of the environment. My high school is it's tiny, so I'm used to having a one-on-one learning environment. So that's what I really loved about SSU, that it was a smaller school than the other ones. So that's mostly why I chose it.
Thank you, Julie. Popcorn?
Alejandro.
My name's Alejandro Hernandez. My pronouns are he, him, they. I attended Roseland University Prep. My hometown is Santa Rosa, California. And I decided to attend Sonoma State University because it's close to my community. So I feel like I can help my community the most if I stay local. And I like the environment.
Perfect.
Popcorn, Sam.
Hi, my name is Sam. My pronouns are she, her, and ella. The high school I attended was Roseland Collegiate Prep. My hometown is Santa Rosa, and I chose SSU because it was financially the best choice. And I'm also really familiar with it because I was in the program of Upward Bound for the past four years. So, yeah. Oh, and I popcorn Abigail.
Hi, my name is Abigail Alisararas, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, and ella. I attended Santa Rosa High School, and I'm from Santa Rosa. I chose SSU because it was financially the best choice. I'm also close to my community, and I found out about the Hutchins program, so I wanted to be part of that too. And I popcorn Cecilia.
Hello, my name is Cecilia Contreras. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and ella. I'm from Santa Rosa, and I attended Santa Rosa High School. And I chose Sonoma State because it was my local university, and it was the best decision for me financially as well. And I popcorn Emily.
Hi, my name is Emily. I'm she, her, hers, ella. I'm from San Marin High School. My hometown is Novato, California, which is in Marin County. And I chose SSU because it was close to home. And I popcorn Jackie.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Paleo, but I go by Jackie. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and ella. I graduated from Roseland University Prep, and my hometown is Santa Rosa. I chose SSU because it was the best choice financially, and I wanted to stay local. I popcorn Araceli.
So I already went. I don't know if you want to popcorn.
Oh, sorry. Did Yvonne already go?
Yes, Yvonne is a staff. There's another
Oh,
Jacqueline
sorry.
Gonzalez. No, you're fine, Jackie. Jacqueline Gonzalez, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. So, my name is Jackie Gonzalez. My pronouns are she, her, hers, ella. I went to San Marcos High School. I'm from Santa Barbara, and I chose SSU for their School of Business and Economics, and also I wanted to change up the environment that I was in. I'll choose Elizabeth.
Okay, Elizabeth.
My name's Elizabeth Arona. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, ella. High school, I went to Milliken High School, hometown, Long Beach, California, and I chose SSU because of the program Puerta. So, yeah. Next, Ricardo.
He already went. You want to go, Aiden? Aiden, you want to go ahead? Okay, there you go.
Hey. Hi, my name's Aiden. I haven't said this before, but my pronouns are him, he, his. First time I've had to say that ever. Never had to say that in high school. My high school was I went to Petaluma High for high school, and the reason I chose Sonoma State was because close to home, and it was financially good for me. Let's put it that way.
Great, thank you, Aiden. Popcorn someone, Aiden?
Sure, who hasn't gone?
We have Eduardo.
Popcorn Eduardo.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Eduardo. My pronunciations are he, him, his. I came from Yerba Buena High School. My hometown is San Jose. And why did I choose SSU? I chose it because it was far, but not too far from home. And my teacher convinced me from middle school to go.
Great. And then just the last one, I don't know, Giselle, have you gone?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you'll be closing us out unless we miss someone.
Okay. My name's Giselle. My pronouns are her, hers, she, her, and hers. I went to Puck Lakeview Charter High School in the San Fernando Valley, and my hometown is Santa Clarita, California. And I chose SSU because I wanted to be far away from home to gain that sense of independence. And also when communication, when I was going through the application process, it was super positive, and I never had that kind of energy from any other school that I applied to.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I think that wraps up all the introductions. So thank you all. Now we know more about you, and our campus partners know more about you. So now we just wanted to pretty much open the floor for any questions that you may have. I do want to say something and bring it up, and perhaps this could, I want it to be very organic. So just go from, it could come any direction. But I do want to let you all know that, similar to what Rosa said, that, just statistics show that we shouldn't be in higher education yet, let alone, yet we are here. So we have overcome a lot of obstacles. I do want to say, though, too, that Sonoma State itself, it is a HSI designation. We are a Hispanic Serving Institution, with that comes a lot of support from the government and recognition. Because of that, I do want to say that we've been able to take advantage of a lot of that. We've been able to take advantage of that designation. Puerta funding comes from that designation, from the HSI designation. And also, for the past 2 years, we've been able to take some case students to a conference called the HACU, the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities. 2 years ago, we took two students to Atlanta, Georgia, where it's pretty much, and then last year we took 8 students, case students, to Chicago for a conference, everything paid for, but these were case students. And these are other opportunities. These are some of the opportunities that our students are able to, take and partake, just being part of, SSU, being, in all of the different supports and all the different services we have here for our Hispanic or Latinx students. So, there is a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of resources. You just have to learn to seek them. One of the things that I tell students is don't close mouths don't get fed. And unfortunately, us staff do not read minds. So we definitely encourage you all to, if you have any questions, as I said, the people here are great resources, are great allies, and they'll be more than happy to walk you through. And if they don't know the answer, because things are changing by the second, especially with everything going on, we'll definitely walk with you and we'll definitely work with you to make sure that we learn the resources and we point you and also, help you address those questions. So anyone want to take it from here? Any else that you want to add? Students, do you have any questions? Do you want to learn more about Alianza for Equity? What is it? This is pretty much your time. We have around 19 minutes to pretty much, talk about and for you to get connected with these folks here, these individuals here.
Can I just say something? I hope that you all find a friend in all of us, because being, most of you, I see that you're local, but being able to navigate the university system is challenging. And as you all know, what you put into it is what you get out of it. But finding friends and finding allies that can help guide you, like Jesus says, is really instrumental in success. So having connections as you move into the professional world, and don't be afraid to get jobs at Sonoma State within the university, because they are the most flexible when it comes to your schedule. Companies outside are not as flexible, but I used to have students under me, and I have to say that we are the most, at least I was the most flexible with our students, and we work with you during finals. I mean, there's a little bit of everything, but in general, don't be afraid to ask questions, and there's a lot more resources out there. There's a lot of tutoring. Anything that you have problems with, believe me, it's an amazing world out there if you look for it. Thank you very much, Jesus, for the opportunity.
I also would like to add, Alianza for Equity is also known as a faculty, staff, and student association. So I would really encourage you, and I will send you the information to join Alianza as a student member, because that will be the place when you can express your voice. You can, express what you need, the kind of support. And what is more important, Sonoma State is, I have seen that for 21 years. Many students say, oh, I wish for Sonoma State to have a Latino group, like in the business department or in the psychology department. If you have that need, then you can do it. You just need to, connect. If you come to Alianza, then you express, I want to have a Latino club, in this department, and then we can connect you. So I would really encourage you to be part of that, in your resume. I mean, right now you have maybe a very short resume, but all these kind of memberships gives you, like a step into that you are committed, it kind of sets you apart from others who become more kind of passive. So join Alianza. You can join by paying, like, I guess it's a $3 membership per year. But if you cannot afford that one, or you cannot do that, you still can come and you can belong to our listserv. And check our website. We will have opportunities for you to participate and benefit from. So that would be something that I would like to encourage you. We need more students. We have very few. They come, they graduate, and then they go. So we are constantly in need of recruiting new students for Alianza. You know, the more students that we have, the better that students can get what they need, because we are very focused on that aspect, you know, student-based kind of needs. So please join that.
Yes, and something to add too, thank you so much, Dr. Elisa, is, at the end of the day, we have, I mean, this is not everyone, Alianza, we, as they said, we have different faculty in the different departments. So this is a way for you, as Arcelia said too, for you to get to know people. That way, at the end of the day, I always go by, but something that people have shared with me, I don't know who was the first person, but it's not who you know, but who knows you at the end of the day, because they're going to help you get from point A to point B. So for example, I know someone that we work very closely with, in the past, it was the director for outreach, Gina, she was part of Alianza, and she definitely hired a lot of our students to do tours and do presentations for our students. So at the end of the day, you have to be the change that you want to see in your community, in your new community, which now has become SSU. So at the end of the day, don't wait for others to initiate change. Be that catalyst for change that you want to see at Sonoma State, because at the end of the day, this is your home. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of students say, well, I wish. Well, you could, sit down and close your eyes and dream that Sonoma State will become the school that you want it to become. But if you're not willing to put in the work, roll up the sleeves and do the work, I mean, that wish will remain a wish. You know what I mean? You could definitely make it a reality by you being proactive. And, you have us here, these individuals here are people who are willing to support you and help you, navigate the system. It is a complex system, being first generation. I was born in Mexico as well. Coming to the U.S. when I was 10, I did endure, and I did, overcome a lot of obstacles. Yet I did not let those obstacles, kind of like, run my life. Luckily, I came here in the 5th grade. When I graduated in elementary school or middle school, I was salutatorian. When I graduated high school, I was valedictorian. When I graduated high school, I almost had $100,000 worth of scholarships. So at the end of the day, and I often think about it. I'm like, I'm from a little town, a little rancho from Mexico. I was like, who would have thought that I would have graduated high school, yet alone go on to college, and now I'm working for the university. So, I've been working very closely with our students, and that I tell you, my job is not from 8 to 5, because questions do not arise from 8 to 5. They arise anytime. And I told you, send those questions to me. If I don't answer them at that time, I'll make sure that I get to you, because I see the importance. You know what I mean? I don't give that time because I have a lot of time. It's because I know what it feels like to have tons of questions, being the first one to navigate this, and not have someone to answer those questions for me. So you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that quote that says, be that change that you want to see in your community, I definitely been seeing that as well. So, just continue doing what you're doing, and you have a lot of resources with Pro Staff and also the Summer Bridge leaders. These are individuals that, I work very closely with the Dream Center. I work very closely with the different departments on campus, because at the end of the day, I want them to see me as a resource. So, I just want to make sure that, when you start Sonoma State, this is a blank canvas. You know what I mean? And you can make it as beautiful and, and colorful as you want, or you can make it as boring as you want to make it. Even though you're a local student, you have pros and cons about that. You could definitely make it the most meaningful experience, even though you're a local student, because what we don't want for you to do is treat it as a transaction that you just go to school and come back home and not be involved in your SSU local community. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to get that quote unquote college experience. So, Rosa, I know you unmuted yourself. You want to add something to it, or anyone else, feel free to do so. We have a few more minutes, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is more of a Q&A. Any questions that you may have, if you want to get involved, if you want to ask us how to get involved. We also have, on campus, we have the Mecha Club, which is it's very active on campus. And then we also have a Grupo Folclórico. If you're interested in dancing folclórico, we also have that as well. The Grupo Folclórico have performed at our dance Raza grad. So these are ways for you to get involved and bring heritage, to Sonoma State.
Yeah, so thank you, Jesus. I wanted to add a little bit more to what everybody was talking about. And two of the main things that sort of come to mind. One is this might be a lot of information for you, whether you're here lively, like whether you're here right now in person with us, or whether you're going to be watching this recording. This might feel like a lot of information to you, right? So the reason I'm mentioning that is because sometimes it feels like difficult to talk to staff or faculty because we feel like we have to have the right questions. We have to formulate it in a certain way, right? And what we want you to know ultimately is that that's what we're here for. For me, I didn't know what mentors were. I didn't understand. I didn't know, am I supposed to ask a mentor if they want to be my mentor? Are they supposed to ask me? How do I find a mentor? What is a mentor? What is the role of a mentor? What does this look like? Is there a program that I go and sign up for? How do I do this, right? So in a sense, like as we're giving you this info in practice, there's different logistical things that happen with that you might have a little bit of a hard time with that. And that's what we're here for, right? So if you're trying to find a mentor, if you're trying to find those connections, please know that we're not here expecting you to know how to do that. We're here providing that info for you to let you know that this is what we're here for, to help you navigate that, right? Because that's what we had to navigate as first-gen professionals. For some of us, it's spaces that we're also navigating for ourselves. So please come to us and ask us questions, and how do you navigate this, right? How do you do this? What do I even do during faculty office hours? If I'm honest with you, I barely even went to faculty office hours when I was a student because I didn't know what to ask. What am I supposed to go and do? What do I ask? What do I ask, right? We come from communities and from families that we're not supposed to really ask for help a lot of the times, because our parents don't really ask for help, because we're used to being told that we don't really have help. We're used to the hustle, right? We're used to a lot of the times to have this idea that asking for help is it's a sign of weakness, right? And this is what education is going to help you do: break some of those barriers, break some of those challenges, and that's what we're here for, right? To help you navigate that piece. The other piece I was going to mention is I also want to be mindful that the experience for each one of you is going to be different. Some of you are going to be able to get a job on campus. Some other ones of you are not. So that does not to say that there are not resources. If you are an undocumented student, unfortunately, if your opportunities for being able to get a job on campus are pretty limited. And I'm not sitting here telling you this just because I want to bring the bad news all the time, but because I'm not trying to sugarcoat it for you. I want you to know that these are going to be challenges that you're going to face, but this is what we're here with you. This is what we're here to help you navigate this, right? If you're thinking about this and navigating this, it's not to say, oh, if I am an undocumented student, or even if I'm not an undocumented student and I'm not able to work on campus, that doesn't mean that your experience, it just gets ruined. If you're not able to live on campus, it doesn't mean that your experience gets ruined. Your journey and your path is only your journey and your path. Every single one of you is ultimately going to have a different journey and a different path. Some are going to be journeys that we create. Some are going to be journeys that we have to create based on the different context of our life, based on the opportunities, resources, limitations, access that we might have. So we're here to help you navigate that and create a journey and a path that works for you, because ultimately you are your only competition. A lot of students would think, oh, we're competing with each other. Yeah, perhaps we are in the broader scheme of things, but in the broader scheme of things, it's our own path and our own journey. I graduated college with 6 years, and I'm not telling you that's what you should do, and I hope that you graduate in 4 years, but ultimately it's also your experience and it's your journey and what you make the best out of it. So as you navigate higher education and you encounter these struggles and you encounter these challenges, it's about how do we respond to them and how do you utilize us to help you respond to that, and not just throw the towel away because things just got hard and now the plan didn't really work out what everybody told me to do. Things might not work out, and that's okay, right? The way that you didn't sign up to have a summer bridge online, the way you didn't sign up to graduate high school without having a physical ceremony the way that we all that typically would happen, right? But we're making it work, and that's what matters. That's ultimately the main piece of that, right? How do we respond to that? And that's what we're here with you. So
Thank you, Rosa. Can I add something to that?
Of course, Dr. Train.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Rosa. Thank you. I won't, no les voy a contar mis mil fracasos en la vida, but let me just say that, I would not be here as a professor if it weren't for little help that people gave me at every single step in my education, my careers. And so don't be afraid to ask, because there are people who, like me, and I think most of my colleagues that I work with in this group here, that we have not forgotten that other people helped us be who we were. We've worked our butts off. There's no way. Work is that's what we do, right? Work is what it's all about. But you need help, you need guidance sometimes, and I am not ashamed to say that, because I literally would not be here today if it were not for not just one person, but different people at different times. Sometimes even people they didn't even know they were helping me. So I never forget that. So if you come to see me, I know that, part of my work, part of the time that I put into my professional life is to mentor and to be there and to make it feel like, you are here, you belong here because you do belong here. I didn't always feel like I belonged at the university. And I won't go into all the stories there, but, it is, and I've not forgotten that I belong to the university. Look at me, I'm a professor now. Some people even call me kind of well known in my field, but I've never forgotten that, I had the help, and people were there to help me get up when I fell down, let's be honest. Okay. So yo les acepto a todos tal y como son, punto. So here I am to help you.
No, thank you. And something that we don't want, I know we only have a few more minutes, and, you could definitely chime in as you go. But one of the things that, it's definitely going to happen, and, being first gen, the struggles that first gen individuals face is imposter syndrome. That's one of the things that we definitely want to, I know we should have talked about, and we should definitely bring it up. But also, learning how to say no to your own family, you know what I mean? Especially my local students. It's going to be hard, you being home and parents saying, oh, estás en casa, oh, me puedes ayudar a esto, llevan los niños para acá. You have to learn to say no. And if you need some help with that, please work with your advisors, work with us, because we want to make sure that, yes, you have to learn how to say no in a polite way, but it's learning how to say that no, because you have a responsibility to be a student. Ms. Loretta Parks is also a professor, as well as Dr. Train, Dr. Elisa. So the amount of work that and the expectation that you must put into a class, it's much more than a high school class, even than an AP class. So learning how to do that, make sure that you know how to do that. And if you need to use a space at the library to just stay away from home to do the work, make it be. Because at the end of the day, don't feel bad that you're not going to be going to parties, because at the end of the day, todo beneficio tiene un sacrificio. So at the end of the day, you have to sacrifice those times with your families in order for you to make it happen. You know what I mean? In order for you to get that degree, because at the end of the day, that degree, no one will take it away from you. Yes, it's going to be worth every single desvelada, every single tear that you shed, or every single thing that you do, but at the end of the day, no one will take it away from you. You know what I mean? Even if you need to ask for some loans to make ends meet, just do it. It's an investment in your own future. Education pays the best interest. Just keep that in mind. Many people say, my parents told me if I stay local, they're going to buy me a car. As soon as you take the car off the lot, it depreciates. It loses value. That paper will never lose its value. And then I know we only have a minute, but one thing that I do want to say, and just to do a recap, is the imposter syndrome. There's going to be times where you feel that you don't belong in that university, but guess what? You've earned every single right to be at that university. You know what I mean? You've earned that spot there. There's going to be times that you're like, no sé de qué están hablando, I don't know what they're what they're talking about. It doesn't matter. As long as you have the ganas and the perseverance, you'll make it happen. because there's going to be times we're going to feel like, I don't know what the faculty or the professor's talking about. But as you being honest with yourself and being honest with your faculty or your professor, they will help you succeed. And trust me, Puerto and UP have great allies in the different departments on campus. And our goal becomes, your goal becomes our goal. And at the end of the day, our goal, our ultimate goal, is to help you cross that line in the least time possible. Because at the end of the day, you're able to do it. Dr. Elisa, do you want to close something out, or anyone else want to add?
Yeah, I'm unmuted. I just want to tell the students, I have devoted my life, really, professional life, to research what helps students and what are the needs of the students. And number one, you can tell me, based on the research, the main preoccupation of first-time students is, am I going to make friends? More important, if I'm going to succeed or get an A in all my classes, in the first weeks, first month, is, am I going to make friends? That's the major fear. So work very hard. Friends are very, very important. Summer Bridge friends, I have learned, are the most useful support system that the students develop. I have been doing research on a project that I call the Comadre kind of partnership. Find a comadre, a compadre. Find somebody who you really feel that you are connected in such a deep level because you have common experiences, common goals. And then once you develop that, you only need one. It's in my research shows you only need one very good person. So find that compadre, find that comadre, and, kind of nurture that relationship. And, you will bump each other into, I'm not going to let you down. Come and study, get out of bed, come here, don't go to that party. So just find that person right now, work very actively. It's something that is very important, very healthy, and very necessary. And the second part, research shows students who have a goal and keep that goal in mind are the ones who really graduate, because then you arrange your life, everything around that goal. You want the degree. So focus on what it will take every day, every moment to get that goal, your degree. So you are here, you have the capacity, you have the intelligence, you graduating from high school, you already have the skills, you have the support on the way. So there is no excuse that you cannot do it, really. You are paying for a lot of services, so use them to support you. Writing, the CAPS, the counseling center, mentors, tutors, faculty, they are here for you, but you need to be active. Nobody will call you or knock on your dorm or send you a Zoom. Hello, what do you need? Like the bank, your balance is low. No, nobody will do that. You need to do that. So I have trust 100% that you will do it, and welcome. The most amazing time for me is to saying welcome and then congratulations. So, and everything in between. So I'm ready for the congratulations at the graduation. So I already did the first step. Welcome.
Yeah, so any questions that you may have, students, I know the majority we have a mixture, we have leaders and also, students, leaders. I do also want to say that we're here for you. We don't have to, say this, but I feel that it is a need. We're also here for you, any questions that you may have, any issues, anything, we're here for you as well. I know you're a leader, but, at the end of the day, you also have the need of a student. So, we're here for you, so see us as a resource on campus.
Very good. I like one. Yes. Very excited. Yes. That's
yes.
Excellent. And also Giovanni. Those are the faces I can see.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Anything else that you all want to add?
Yeah, I'm gonna add something really quick. I have to go to another meeting, but I think I forgot to mention, we have at Sonoma State, we have immigration legal services for free, either for yourself or for family members. So please reach out to us if you would like to speak with an immigration attorney. Again, these are for free. If you go in the community, talking to an immigration attorney can cost you anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. And this is a service that you and your family can access for free right in the case office. For right now, everything is via Zoom, but once we go into campus, it's right in the office. It also, just quickly, if you haven't heard about the DACA decision, I'm just gonna tell you 3 main things that you should know about it right now. Which is DACA continues to be a thing, and folks who had DACA in the past can continue to have it as of right now. If you have never had DACA, but you qualify for DACA, you could actually potentially able to qualify right now. new DACA applications are being considered and submitted and accepted at this point. So if you have never had DACA and you meet the requirements, you should definitely look into it. Check in with myself if you have any questions. Tomorrow, follow the Dream Center on social media, but tomorrow at 1 p.m. and at 4 p.m. we're actually having 2 debrief about what the DACA decision is. And again, if you know anyone who could apply, if you have questions, please reach out. And the other thing I want you to take away from this decision is people who have DACA also are going to have an opportunity to be able to travel with what is known as advanced parole. And there's a whole another lecture that I can give you. However, for the sake of time, I'm gonna stop it there because I did say that I can talk forever. So I just want you to remember those 3 things. I want you to reach out to me. If you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to Jamie or Juan, Jesus, the Dream Center, or myself. And we're happy to guide you with that. But please, please, please utilize this. If you're not DACA, and even if you are a U.S. citizen and whatnot, if you want to take any help for your family or get any talk to an immigration attorney, please, please, please take advantage. Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you all. Well, yes, son las 2:05, o 5 después de las 2. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. Thank you again. I think it was a great meeting. It was an amazing meeting. I think a lot of students got away with a lot of great information, and they were able to make, put names to faces to names. So that way, when they get an email from Dr. Trainer, Dr. Velasquez or Arcelia, Loretta, they know who they are, because at the end of the day, I think that it's really meaningful to not only be in communication, but put a face to the name, because they know that at the end of the day, we become their cheerleaders, because at the end of the day, we want them to graduate and see them cross the stage in 4 years.
Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you all. Take care.
Welcome.
Stay safe.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.